Welcome to a deep dive into one of the most fascinating coins in Philippine numismatics, the 1985 Piso coin, a piece that, under the right conditions, can be worth up to $50,000. That's right. A seemingly ordinary coin that many may overlook could be hiding a small fortune. But what makes this coin so special? Why is it commanding such an astounding price? And what should collectors be looking for? The Piso coin from 1985 may not immediately strike you as rare or extraordinary. Struck in the waning years of the Marcos regime, this coin was part of a broader series, minted under the Angki Bagong Lipunan currency reform. The front, or obverse, features the profile of Andres Bonifacio, one of the Philippines' most revered revolutionary heroes. His determined expression symbolizes courage and resistance, ideals that resonate deeply within Filipino history. On the reverse side, the coin displays the coat of arms of the Republic of the Philippines and the text Republica ng Pilipinas along with the denomination Piso. Now here's where the story gets interesting. Despite being part of regular circulation, the 19852 Piso coin stands out because of several unique factors that can elevate its value far beyond face value, or even far beyond what most collectors might expect. To truly appreciate the rarity and value of the 1985 Piso coin, it's crucial to understand the political and economic backdrop of its time. In 1985, the Philippines was in a state of political tension and economic instability. The Marcos regime was facing widespread unrest and calls for reform. Hyperinflation, corruption, and civil resistance were all building toward the 1986 People Power Revolution. During this turbulent time, the central bank was adjusting its coinage and currency production to reflect these changes. Coin mintages were irregular, and many were produced in low numbers or struck with inconsistencies due to resource constraints and limited production quality. That's where the Piso coin becomes fascinating, because some versions of this coin, particularly those struck with certain errors or preserved in pristine condition, have become extremely valuable. So what exactly makes a single 1985 Piso coin worth $50,000? First, let's talk about rarity. While the coin was minted for general use, only a limited number have survived in high quality, uncirculated, or proof-like condition. Most were worn down through daily transactions or lost over time. Finding one that's virtually untouched with clean surfaces, full details, and no circulation wear is exceptionally rare. Second, the condition plays a massive role. Coins graded by professional agencies like PCGS or NGC at grades MS67 or above are extremely hard to come by. These grades indicate near-perfect condition, no scratches, no blemishes, and sharp, full details. If you have a coin that clean, you're already holding something special. In the world of coin collecting, a single coin can transform a casual hobby into a thrilling treasure hunt. Today, we journey into the fascinating story of the 10 Piso coin from the Philippines, minted in 2016, an everyday coin to most people. But one specific piece from this issue has captured the attention of collectors across the globe for an astonishing reason. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that someone once used to pay for a jeepney ride or buy a bottle of water ... but is now worth 34,000 US dollars. What makes it so special? Is it a minting error? Is it a design anomaly? Or is it simply a stroke of numismatic luck? This is not just a story about a coin. It's a story about history, mistakes, rarity, and the invisible line between the ordinary and the extraordinary. So buckle up as we dive deep into the world of Philippine currency and unravel the mystery behind the 10 Piso 2016 coin that defied expectations and soared in value. To truly understand the 2016 10 Piso coin, we need to trace the evolution of the Philippine Piso. The Philippine Peso, locally known as the Piso, has undergone various transformations since the Spanish colonial era, but our focus is on a specific period, the new generation, Currency NGC coin series, which was launched by the Banco Central NG Pilipinas BSP to modernize the country's coinage. Before 2016, the 10 peso coin already existed in circulation, bearing the familiar bimetallic appearance, a golden outer ring with a silver-colored center. Introduced in 2000, the original coin featured Apolinario Mabini, a key figure in the Philippine Revolution, and had gained acceptance across the nation. However, in 2016, the BSP began transitioning to newer designs, and during this transitional period, several minting irregularities began to surface, particularly with the 10 peso coin. The 10 peso coin of 2016 is bimetallic, composed of two metals, a bronze-plated steel ring surrounding a nickel-plated steel center. On the obverse side, we find the bust of Apolinario Mabini facing left, with the inscription Republica NG Pilipinas and the year 2016 on the reverse. The coin shows the denomination 10 peso, the BSP logo, and the words Banco Central NG Pilipinas. At first glance, nothing seems particularly unusual. Millions of these coins were minted and entered circulation across the Philippines. But here's where the mystery begins. Some of these coins were not like the others. Collectors began noticing something unusual. A handful of 2016 10 peso coins displayed characteristics not found in regular circulation pieces. The most famous example, and the one that fetched a jaw-dropping $34,000 at auction, was a coin that had a double strike error, off-center alignment, and a reversed core rotation. In layman's terms, the coin was struck twice during the minting process, leading to misaligned images. Additionally, the center of the coin had rotated in a way that defied standard minting procedures. 1. Rarity. Fewer coins mean higher demand. 2. Error or anomaly. Minting errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, or planchette mistakes are highly sought after. 3. Condition. Coins in uncirculated or proof condition bring top dollar. 4. Historical relevance. Coins tied to transitions in leadership, policy, or design have elevated importance. 5. Demand from collectors. Market. Hype and demand from global collectors can skyrocket values, according to rumors in the numismatic community. The rare version of this coin may have been created during a shift in die production, possibly intended for a new release of the coin or as a test of new alloys or minting technology. A small batch, perhaps fewer than 10, escaped into circulation, possibly given out to employees or slipped into coin rolls by accident. Unusual weight. A coin that is heavier or lighter than 7.4 grams might be struck on the wrong planchette. Misalignment. Check if the obverse and reverse don't line up perfectly. Die errors. Look for doubling on letters or numbers, especially the date or denomination. Mirror-like finish. A proof-like finish can indicate it was a test strike. Edge errors. Plain edge or partial reading instead of a fully readed edge. Off-center strike. If the design isn't perfectly centered, that's a major error. If you find anything like this, don't clean the coin. It could lower its value. Instead, place it in a soft holder and consult with a professional numismatist or auction house. The answer is yes, but not in a public auction. Reports from the numismatic community indicate that a private collector from the United States purchased the coin through a confidential deal brokered by a major numismatic firm. The price was said to be $74,000, largely due to its unique error and immaculate, possibly proof-like condition. Other lesser-known variants or partial errors from the 2016 issue have sold for amounts ranging from $500 to $5,000, depending on severity and grade. Coins authenticated and slabbed by grading companies like NGC or PCGS can command even more. Coins like these prove that extraordinary value can hide in the most ordinary places. Every time you receive a 5 peso coin in your change, you might be holding a potential treasure. It takes an observant eye and a little knowledge to spot the rare from the routine. Start by inspecting your coins under good light. Invest in a basic magnifying glass. Get familiar with what a normal 5 Piso coin looks like. That way, anomalies will jump out at you. The story of the 2016 Philippine 5 Piso coin is more than just a tale of unexpected wealth. It's a reminder that rare things can emerge from ordinary beginnings, that a small, overlooked piece of metal can carry with it stories of history, mystery, and even fortune. Whether you're collecting for passion, profit, or both, this coin is a shining example of why numismatics remains one of the most exciting hobbies and professions in the world. This wasn't just any 25 Piso commemorative coin. It was a highly rare error coin, possibly struck on the wrong planchette, misaligned, or double die. These types of minting mistakes, especially on a coin that was already rare, create a perfect storm for collectors. Imagine a coin that already exists in extremely limited numbers, now presenting a unique era that makes it one of a kind. That's the kind of rarity that fuels serious bidding wars among elite collectors. Error coins are highly prized in the numismatic community, especially if they come with documentation, provenance, and have been graded by an authority like PCGS or NGC, giving them a high mint state MS or proof PR rating. Reports claim this specific coin may have been in mint state condition, with a rare mistrike that made it stand out even among its limited brethren. The owner was approached by a collector from overseas, and after negotiations, the coin was sold for a sum believed to be around $64,000. Another factor that boosts a coin's value is its grading and provenance. Grading agencies like NGC or PCGS evaluate coins for condition, errors, and authenticity. Coins graded MS68 or higher are considered nearly flawless and can command massive premiums. In the case of the 2009 25 Piso, the high value was likely linked to mint state condition, an authenticated minting error, documentation from the Bangko Sentral NG Pilipinas, possibly even historical provenance connecting it to an event or a government personality. Combine all these elements, and you can begin to see why this coin reached such heights. Filipino numismatic renaissance. In recent years, Filipino coins have begun attracting serious international attention. Collectors across Asia, Europe, and North America are now discovering the rich history and limited mintage of Philippine coinage, particularly during the post-independence era and transitional periods. The 2009-5 Piso is a perfect example of this trend. A seemingly modern coin suddenly vaulted into international prestige by rarity, condition, and mystery. For local collectors, this should be a wake-up call. There may be other coins in circulation or hidden in family collections that have unrecognized value waiting to be discovered, authenticated, and possibly sold for tens of thousands of dollars. So, how can you tell if you have a rare or valuable coin like the 2009 25 Piso? 1. Check the mintage year and volume. The fewer produced, the more valuable. 2. Look for errors, off-center strikes, wrong plankets, double dies, or missing elements. 3. Examine the condition. The less wear, the higher the value. Mint state or proof coins are ideal. 4. Get it graded. A coin with an NGC or PCG's certification is far more valuable. 5. Research its background. Was it a commemorative, a limited government release? 6. Follow auction results. Sites like Heritage Auctions, eBay, and Stax Bowers can give you real-time value insights. The coin that shocked the numismatic world reportedly sold for $74,000 at a private auction. Details remain confidential, but according to experts and insiders, it was an error coin in uncirculated condition, with a dramatic die rotation and unusual luster suggesting it was struck on a wrong planchette. The bearer was an international collector with a keen interest in Southeast Asian currency, and the seller, a Filipino enthusiast, had kept the coin for years without realizing its true value. Imagine holding something in your hand every day, using it to buy snacks or pay for parking, never knowing it could be worth more than most people make in a year. That's the magic and madness of coin collecting. Now here's the big question. Could you be holding one of these rare coins without knowing it? There are a few key signs collectors look for. Check for rotation errors. Place the coin on a flat surface with Jose Rizal's face upright. Flip it vertically if the reverse side doesn't align perfectly and is rotated. You might have something special. Look for off-center strikes. If the design is not centered or elements are missing from the edge, you could be looking at a valuable error. Weigh the coin. The standard weight is 5.35 grams. If the coin is significantly heavier or lighter, it may have been struck on a wrong planchet. Inspect for double strikes. Any duplicate outlines or doubled letters could indicate a double strike. Examine the material. Most 1 Piso coins are magnetic due to the steel core. If your coin isn't attracted to a magnet, it may have a different metal composition. Professional grading and certification is always recommended. Reputable organizations like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade the coin, increasing its market value tremendously. The Filipino numismatic community is one of the fastest growing in Asia. More and more Filipinos are learning the value of old coins, and the market has seen explosive growth. Coin shops, Facebook groups, and online auctions are now flooded with buyers and sellers, hoping to strike gold, sometimes literally. Collectors worldwide are now looking at the Philippines, not just for historical Spanish era coinage or American period pesos, but for modern coins with hidden value. The 1 Piso 2011 is now on everyone's radar. Even those outside the Philippines are hunting for it. The story of the $74,000 coin has inspired a new generation of collectors to examine every coin in their pocket. In a world where the value of a coin can jump from 1 Piso to $74,000, it pays to pay attention. The 1 Piso 2011 coin stands as a testament to how even the most ordinary items can hold extraordinary secrets. It's a reminder that value isn't always obvious, and that treasures can lie hidden in plain sight. So the next time you receive change at the store, take a second look, because that humble 1 Piso coin might just change your life.